What is up, guys? So before I tell you what I'm doing today, let me tell you why I'm doing it first. We are seeing crazy nice temperatures right now. Right now it's almost noon on August 1st, and and it is like 72 degrees. It is absolutely beautiful. We've been getting tons of rain. I believe over the last 8 days we've gotten like 2 inches, maybe even 3 inches of rain, and there's even more forecasted. There's some today forecasted, and then there's some later in the week. And the next 15 days in the forecast, we're looking at highs in the high 70s. So what I would call really, really nice weather for the lawn, specifically for a cool season lawn. So while I can, I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of this, and I'm going to slap the lawn with some nitrogen. This might be a bad idea, but it'll be, my mistake to make. So on to the product I picked. So the product I picked is ProPEAT's 1704 Carbon90 Plus. I believe Carbon90 Plus is like a line of their fertilizers, and then of course 1704 is just the analysis. So this is going to be 17% nitrogen, 0% phosphorus, and 4% potassium. And we can see here in the guaranteed analysis, we do see 17% ammoniacal nitrogen, 4% potash, it doesn't line up properly, but it's supposed to be here. And then 17% sulfur. Also contains 50% carbon derived from peat. So let's get into the why I picked this product specifically. So there's a bunch of reasons. Number one, it's a Yard Mastery exclusive, and I like Yard Mastery. There's one reason. Reason number two, it's the analysis is good to me. It's pretty useful, especially when you combine it with the turf therapy app. Then I don't even have to care what this says to put down in terms of rates. I'll figure it out myself with the turf therapy app. Like I said, or maybe I didn't say it, I plan to put down half a pound of nitrogen right now. Again, I know that that's crazy. I know that might be a bad idea because I'm in the Midwest. The heat can suddenly roll right back in, and then I've smoked everything. That's fine. This is only going in the back 4,000. It's supposed to rain today, so it'll get watered in. Anyway, let's not dive too deep into the other stuff. And I'll probably hold this label close so you can actually read it. So the Yard Mastery is one reason. The other one is the analysis. I like the analysis. Another reason is that just like Carbon Earth products, they use Biochar. Carbon Earth uses Biochar to get carbon into your soil. And they also have some other stuff like peptides and stuff. But they use Biochar to get the carbon source into your soil, which, if you don't know, hopefully you do know, but if you don't know, carbon in your soil in the form of whether it's biochar or peat or humic acid or whatever, you want organic matter in your soil to get those microbes moving and get your microbiotic, I don't know what the word is, but you want to get microbes moving in your, and I shouldn't say micros because that sounds like micronutrients, but you want to get the microbes moving in your soil. You want to increase that carbon amount in your soil. I hopefully you understand what I'm saying. I'm just not using the right words. But carbon in your soil equal good. That's all you need to know. And especially peat. Peat is known for, or peat moss is known for its ability to hold and retain moisture. So I don't know the specific science involving ProPEAT or the peat that they have in here, but if it's anything like peat moss, then it should do the same thing. Obviously it'll be on a smaller scale because it's you're not spreading actual peat moss onto your lawn. It's 50% peat moss in a tiny little prill or pellet, whatever you want to call it. So I know it's not exactly the same. Anyway, I'm blabbing. But the other reason is that this, as you can probably see down here, is a green grades formula. greens grade formula, which means two things. Typically it means two things. It can mean more than one thing depending on what your product you're talking about, and it can also only mean one of these things. So greens grade typically means that the prill size is very, very fine, so you get a really, really good distribution of the product. And what else I've always seen greens grade to mean, and I'll show you right now. And I need to sharpen my knife. But greens grade also to me typically means that it's a homogeneous formula. So let me show you this. Look at those prills. Now you'll notice it looks a lot like Carbon90 X Green, because X Green is also a very fine prill that's homogeneous. But look at those prills. So with a homogeneous fertilizer that is a super small prill, that means you're going to get really, really good even, potentially, depending on your pace and everything else. You're going to get some good even coverage and good distribution, and it's going to be quicker to fall between your grass blades, especially, you know, this is surprisingly dense looking right now. That's good. But you know, if you have a dense turf, or if you have a you know, if you're one of those real mow guys who have this super tight dense canopy, then it takes longer for larger prills to fall through. So another reason I wanted to try this, and also I like to try stuff. You know, I want to experiment. I want to try every fertilizer that anybody makes. Anywho, let's take a look at this. So this says, here, ready? Okay, so we got a bunch of stuff here, but then right here, oh wait, here, let's read the general information first. It is a peat-based granular fertilizer for use on turf and ornamentals. The product is available in homogeneous granular prills, each containing nitrogen and potash plus sulfur. The granules break up evenly in soil. Okay, works wet and both dry and cool, or yeah, I can't read. But look at this, professional use only. Okay, well, 200 pounds per acre. Well, like I said, I am not going to do the math on that. I'm just going to use Turf Therapy app. And also based on soil tests. That's also important. My soil test did show, and of course that was in spring, things have changed, but it did show that I needed both nitrogen and potassium. So that's good. Those are two things I need, and I'm applying. Of course, my soil test didn't say anything about peat or carbon, because I you know, it's fine, whatever. I just know people get up in a rut or whatever about applying stuff you don't actually need. Well, again, I want to try stuff. So let me go ahead and check Turf Therapy, see what I need to set my rate to, see what I need to set my spreader to here, and then we'll get spreading. Okay, so since it is so similar to X Green, at least as far as I remember, I haven't had any X Green sitting around for a while. I decided I was just going to use I looked up the label for X Green on Yard Mastery to see what it recommends for spreader settings. So it said, I think, to put down, maybe it's like 0.6 pounds of N for X Green to set the dial to 4. So I'm just going to follow that. If I do it too much, that's my problem. But I also haven't fertilized back here in a while, like 2 weeks before 4th of July, and now it's August 1st. So we're well into the area where if I even go to, you know, 0.7 or whatever pounds of nitrogen in the ground, big deal. You know, I'm just going to have to make sure it stays cool and blah, blah, blah. But so I got it set to a 4. And before I actually spread it, I did want to go ahead and do a quick peek around the lawn for a before. So let me go ahead and switch off Steadicam real quick. Sorry, I meant switch on. So here is a before, and you can see where it really got slapped with that heat, you know. It's not looking too awesome. It's not looking too bad, but it's also not looking awesome. Yeah, there you go. Especially these areas. These areas always get hit the hardest, because even when I do water with a sprinkler, I can't reach this area unless I do a whole nother kind of mini zone, which I just don't like to do. Yeah, because I already have to water for like 2 hours to even get a 1/2 inch. So I just don't want to have to move it 5 times in 4,000 square feet now. Okay, so that is the backyard before ProPEAT. So I probably won't do a whole other video unless I do like a quick update release on a different day, like I did with the Carbon X. Actually, I will do that. Just so you can see the actual results. And then I also, just so you know, I also did, and I don't know if that video is going to come out before or after this or whatever, I also did a microgreen drench on my trees, because they are stealing all of this goodness that I've been putting down here. You know, whenever I happen to put stuff down, these trees are slurping it up and taking it for themselves, because they are maples, so they have shallow roots. Not 100% shallow, but pretty shallow for a big old tree. So that'll be a big area to check results in. But I do think it's going to be raining soon, so I'm going to get this put down. I guess I can record it. Whatever. I'll hyperlapse it or something. Anyway, I'm going to say thanks for watching now, so I can wrap up the video with like that and music and whatever. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, like the video. If you love it, subscribe if you're not already, or shoot me a comment down below or whatever. Got a question for me? Not like I'm an expert, but if you have a question about what I'm doing or why, shoot me a comment. I'll talk to you. You know, if you don't want to shoot me a comment on YouTube, send me a message on Instagram. I'm at Lazy Lawns. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let's roll the stuff.